But no,
loser has to do a Game of Thrones walk of shame scene in the episode for Instagram.
We're gonna record it the whole time. Yeah, there was part of me. I'm like, what should the stakes be? Should it be that I never mention Bill Murray again, or you never mention Hayden Christensen again?
I can't quit him.
We just can't do that. We can't erase our nostalgia.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All together, David and I were able to kind of pick an elite 8 that David picked 4, I picked 4. And then we threw up all of these polls on Instagram and on our Facebook and all over the place that people could either comment or participate in the polls. And I kind of aggregated them all together. So yeah, we're going to kick this off with our best villain. So here we go.
You know everyone loves Liu Kang, but you have to have an equally good villain. And Shang Tsung always struck like fear in me. And your soul is mine. I mean, he had this face and this look about him that was just straight up evil.
And he's one of those people that I'd love to see like an interview of him where he's just at like a media presser for something, where he's not in character. I bet you he's probably he's like this sweet grandpa, but I bet you he can flip that switch to being that 90s villain again when you're in trouble.
Especially if I'm there, just say it one more time. It has begun. Yes, he said it. Yeah.
It has begun.
It's the only movie where Chuck Norris plays a villain. And his name was Colt, and he was beardless. You almost don't recognize him. Like, it's surprising to see Chuck without his beard. It's like, he's like Samson. You would think that that's the core of his power. Like, I think there's a Chuck Norris joke that says that there's a third fist underneath his beard. And it's like, but in that movie, that was proved wrong. There was no fist there. Bolo Yeung, he not only was this phenomenal villain as Chong Li in Bloodsport, but he was a phenomenal villain in Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He had this scar across his eye in that movie that was so intimidating. He was also in a movie called Breathing Fire where he was the bad guy, and he was one of the many villains that was in Enter the Dragon as well with Bruce Lee. So Bolo has this legacy. If anybody's typecast, Bolo Yeung is typecast, but in the best possible way.
You are next.
We're now going to switch to a pretty big category, our second to last category of best martial arts hero. So here we go.
He was believable to me as this kung fu karate master who at the beginning was like a computer programmer.
Yeah.
And I did not mean to say that to besmirch all computer programmers out there.
We have a show called Bygone Geek. You're besmirching probably half of our audience.
What's my dad going to do? Hit him with his keyboard? What was that from Sidekicks?
That's true.
But I'm going to go Keanu Reeves. He just stands out to me as still a martial arts guy.
I mean, he's Ted Theodore Logan. And like, it's crazy his progression as in cinema. To go from Bill and Ted's to Neo in the Matrix to now John Wick. You're like, man, what can't this guy do? Like, it's crazy.
Whoa. See? That's the one I can do.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
I remember it'd be like one VHS after another.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan. And then you learn as a kid, like, he's doing these things. He's jumping through the ladder parts that you're not even supposed to step on. His fitting his body through, picking up the ladder, swinging it, hitting people, then going back through it. I remember these scenes and then you learn it's him. I talked about not wanting to open the ladder because I'm worried I'm going to pinch my fingers. Like, I'm not going to be doing what Jackie Chan's doing. It was so cool to see him do it and all the epic stunts he put off. I love the movie Rush Hour. Like, I loved all his movies growing up. He was hilarious. He was so skilled and so talented and a mega star in martial arts to me.
Yo. You sound like a karate movie. Yo.
I can't describe Bruce Lee in any other way than everybody else depicts him. His look, his haircut is forever locked in time. That's how he looks. And
the noises he would make and the sounds he'd make, you know.
Yes. as much as I love Philip Ree, as much as I love Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme and all these other people, Bruce is just, God, Bruce is just Bruce.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way I can say it. Yeah.
We talk about Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Hulk Hogan. Bruce Lee is Bruce Lee of karate.
Yeah.
Martial arts.
Yeah.
He's that forever.
Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
So here we go. Final category.
It's the final countdown.
I mean, Rocky, Colt, Tum Tum, they got to beat up people in their house. Like, I pretended that I did that. And like, it was something, a fantasy. It's like Home Alone, but with martial arts.
Yes.
And I just loved that.
That is a phenomenal way of putting it. I never considered that comparison. Home Alone with martial arts in it. Yeah.
It was
if Kevin McAllister knew Taekwondo. That's what it would be.
It's every kid's martial arts kid's dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
That movie was so cool.
Watch my nose, dude. It's bad news already.
One of the best ending tournament fight scenes ever.
Yeah.
And how there's a reason the Rocky montages work. There's a reason that scene works. It gets you hyped. It's go time. So, Karate Kid. It's karate. It can't just be called Kid.
What a boring movie.
There was a movie called Kid. With Chris Willis.
The Kid. Yeah,
That's a good movie too, though.
Yeah, I feel like that should be an episode as well.
We did it! All right!
Can you take a wild guess what number one is? That would shock you. Out of all of these 8, what do you think would be the most shocking number one pick from the Bygone Geek universe?
Either Three Ninjas or Rumble in the Bronx.
3 Ninjas. 3 Ninjas is the number one pick from the Bygone Geek universe. It had the most votes. 1 vote less was Enter the Dragon, and 1 vote less was Karate Kid. It is funny. It's like, who beats out Bruce Lee, the Dragon himself, Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum?